and it's got to come out.
Yeah.
Then it's full.
Once you've got your water running,
yeah,
you know you're away.
That's it. Yeah. So once you've got a solid stream like that,
yeah,
you know that the tank should be full.
Yeah.
Once you've done the one tap and got that all pulled through the one tap, do the same with the others, which will be a lot quicker because obviously we fill the hot water tank then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got that, yeah.
So then we can switch the heating system on if we want to. Right. Obviously, what you've got to remember with the hot water tank is obviously once it's heated, as soon as you start drawing hot water out, it starts topping up with cold water. So when you started off with a 10 litres of hot water, then obviously as you say you get down to half a tank of hot water, half of it's cold.
Yeah.
So you've got to remember.
So how does that how do you heat that up then?
Yeah, I'm going to show you now.
All right.
Yeah, that's my next. That's the next bit. But as long as you're happy on how to draw the water, get the air out of the system. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes when you're on the hot side, particularly, or on the cold side, it may take a little bit. It might get a bit of an air lock in. So the best thing to do is just shut the tap down. I'll just get the. So you need the pump running now. If I shut that down, it should shut. It shuts down fairly quickly. But if there's still air in it, it'll go a bit. The pump will continue a bit longer. It's building the pressure up. Just then, if you're struggling to get the air out, then just release it slowly because it comes out with a fair force and it'll push the air out in the end, and it'll build. Then shut it down again, let it build up, then release it slowly, and it'll get the air out of the system in the end. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So to heat, the heating system, as I say, it's all in one unit. It's controlled from this panel here.
Right.
That's the on-off button there. Okay. So I don't know if you can see there's a nice little green light inside it as well. So that's saying the system's okay and it's running okay. If there's a red light in it, then obviously it's not. It will tell you also on the screen if there's a failure or whatever anyway.
Right, yeah.
Okay. So showed on the screen at the moment, this little circulation icon here, that's to say the heating is on and it's circulating around the van. So that's what that is, the circulation pump. This little plug here, that's to denote we've got electric connected.
Right.
Okay, not necessarily operating on electric, it's there and ready to use. If we just have a look under there, you'll see the consume unit. I'm just trying to think of which way it was facing now. Is it facing out or? Oh, it is, that's good. Right, so you can see the orange button.
Yeah.
That's heating and hot water.
Right.
Okay, if that is not switched on, so if you just want to press it and switch it off, we have a look at the control panel now. Little tiny plug will have disappeared.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So that means we won't be able to operate on electric if that is not there. I haven't got a tow ball yet, no. Oh, no chance. Can you see Paul Simpson? Yeah, it'll sort that first. So if you want to switch that back on again, so the things to check, if you're trying to operate on electric, first have a look to see if that little plug's there. Because that will mean either you haven't switched it on there, or you haven't plugged your electric in, or it may have tripped, or the bollard may have tripped. So they're the things you want to check to see why you haven't got electric.
Yeah.
Okay? And then what's also showing is room temperature. Okay, you see that?
Yeah.
So that's your room temperature. To change anything, press the menu button, and we can set the thermostat from this position here. Okay, so you can as high as 30 degrees if you want to,
right,
or as low as 5 degrees. So you obviously get the temperature where you're comfortable, set that, and then you obviously don't really need to change it unless you want to increase it or decrease it. What I'll show you is, obviously once it reaches temperature, I'll definitely just say that, switch off then.
Yeah.
So your circulation pump is now switched off. So once it reaches temperature that you've set, so I've set it now at 20.5. Obviously it's going to drop below 20.5 now before the circulation won't come back in again, unless you increase the temperature. Okay, so I'll just increase that one again. So I'll set it to 25 now, that should cut. Normally it's within about 4 degrees, it will should start back up again. There we go.
Okay, yeah.
Right, the next one along is water heating. So on this one it's not. So water heating is already on. As soon as you put electric on, water heating is already activated.
Right.
So you don't need to physically switch the water heating on. If you switch the heating on, it's already on anyway. What you can do is boost it. So if I press the plus button now, it goes green. That is a boost function. So if you want to use, or you want extra hot water, or you want the hot water quicker, what that will do is run for 30 minutes, then it will revert back to normal running. Okay, so just that is normal running. I'll just press it manually. That's normal running. That'll give you a decent amount of hot water.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you want to boost it, so you want to use a shower on board, or you want to do a lot of washing up, Just boost it. Boost it. Don't boost it just before you want that hot water. Give it a good half an hour
Right,
of
yeah.
boost before you do that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard also, when I press that, we're on boost function now, so it's concentrating all the heating on the boiler, on the hot water. It's actually switched off the heating, yeah, so it's switched that off. So for that period of time, obviously it doesn't want to draw the heat away from the boiler, so it will shut that down for that period of time. It will automatically go back, or you can change it back manually, and it will allow the heater to come back on again. Obviously, as long as it's within the temperature range. I think it's quite warm in here as well. Okay. The good thing I like about this time of year is obviously you can show you how good this heating system is. You can feel how quite warm it is out. If you can feel the temperature as soon as you come out here, you feel the difference between that and that.
Yeah.
So they are good all year round. Well, obviously you don't need to use it in the summer, hopefully, but in the winter, you can use these fans all year round, and it's nice and warm. Okay. Next one along is your energy. So that's all energy off now. So you've got the options of electric, or gas, or both. So you might want to use electric. You've got electric connected on site, you can use electric, or if you haven't got electric, you can use gas, or if you want to, you can use both. So you've got the options of up to 3 kilowatts.
Right.
Okay. And you've also got options of gas. So that's using both now. Okay, what that will do on both. So if I just try to explain that. So say I put it on just 2 kilowatt. 2 kilowatt in the summer is probably efficient enough to give you hot water. It might give you a bit of warmth in the room. Hopefully you won't need it too much in the summer. If you compare that to home in a kettle, 2 kilowatt kettle, that heats up that much water. 2 kilowatts here is trying to heat up 10 litres of water, and this room, the kettle at home, not trying to heat the kitchen. So you compare the energy there.
Yeah.
So 2 kilowatt, as I said, sufficient enough probably in the summer. You may want to use either 3 kilowatts or a combination of both.
Yeah.
What it will do, one, obviously it's higher energy because you've got the gas running as well as the electric. A quicker warm up is one benefit. Two, what it will do is obviously it'll obtain a temperature. If you're trying to get 30 degrees on 2 kilowatts in the winter, you're not going to get there. So it'll obtain you your better temperature if you want it that warm. Also, what it does, it uses both energies, gets to temperature, it'll shut the gas off. So it's not going to use the gas all the time. It'll tick over quite nicely on the electric then, until someone leaves the door, like myself, leaves the door open, temperature drops, or use all the hot water, gas kicks back in, brings you back up to temperature, and it'll shut the gas off again. So that's what you were saying about how much gas, how long is the gas going to use? It can vary. It can vary. Okay, so but if you're on site, most people use electric, but you just got to be cautious, especially in the winter. You're going to use more energy, and you could trip the bollard. So it all depends on what sites you go to, because you've got a limit of what power you've got, which is the club sites tend to be around about 16 amp. So if you power the full power on that, then you start operating other things like microwave. You've got an electric ring, you've got a fridge. If you decide to put a toaster on, a kettle, hairdryer, all these things, obviously it'll just trip the bollard out there. So you've just got to be cautious on how much power you're using. And if you decide you are going to use an electric kettle or a toaster or whatever, you could just reduce it down on here. And if you've got the gas running alongside it, you're still going to get the temperature you require. But you're not using as much energy on the electric side.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, happy with that? There is further menu in that, but I don't want to confuse you too much by putting more info in than we really need to, just to keep you. Obviously, you need to know what you need to operate. So, are you happy on that? You can control that, no problem.
Yeah.
It's one of the things. It's thermostatic control, so you just put it to a temperature and away it goes.
He doesn't even know how to use the central heating anymore.
I'm not allowed to.
You're not like to no.
Well, actually, I know how to use it from the phone. I don't know how to use the thing on the wall.
Yeah.
I haven't a clue. I have to use it.
Well, these new vans now, well, that one there, you can actually operate these systems now off a phone, off an app.
Yeah.
This one, this one you can have an extra box fitted with a SIM card, and you could actually operate this heating from if you wanted to.
To be honest, that too much.
Yeah, it's easy enough on this. Most people like to operate it manually. Once you're set up, that's it. You don't need to worry again.
I never use. How often do we use to bring the system on when we're away from home?
It's very rare, isn't it? Very rare.
I mean, the time we have, which is a couple of times we've been coming home late from holiday, bloody thing's failed.
Yeah, right, so it doesn't work anyway. Right, so we'll just go back to the consumer unit again. So obviously we talked about the heating and hot water.
Do you want to?
Yeah, so you can see that, yeah.
Will half that door shut?
Yes.
Bottom half?
Yeah, well, it should, I'm pretty sure there is on this one, yeah.
Rather than shut the whole lot.
Oh yeah, so I shot the dog, yeah, sure, yeah.
punching stuff around. Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, that's the benefit of having something like that.
Yeah, brilliant.
Obviously, a stable door, you obviously wouldn't have a horse in it.
No, just go away now.
That's it. It's quite quiet, aren't you? Right.
You're in the way.
So what you've also got, you can see there, the spare one to the right, heating and hot water. If you just press that one, that is not connected to anything.
Which one?
The one next to the heat, the one that's not switched on, the one on the right. No, the one on the right here that says spare.
Oh,
just press
spare.
that. Yeah, just press that. See that lights up? Very similar to the heating and hot water. So if you were in the dark and you decided to press a button and you think that was the right one and it lights up, it might be that one you've pressed and not the heating and hot water. That's why I say look for this little plug here, just to check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you could do that, press that one by mistake, not realise. You see, I see an orange light, I've switched it on. But that one's not connected to anything, so
It is literally.
yeah, it's not
just
connected to
spare.
anything. It's just, yeah, but it
So-
still lights up.
Turn it off.
Okay, yeah. The next one along is your charger, so the green one. So as long as that is switched on, you've got electric connected, that will charge your battery.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next one along is not a button press, it's a just an indicator light.
Right.
So as it says on it, reverse polarity. So that tends to be more than likely you're going to come across that if you decide to go on the continent. They wire things slightly different than what we do.
Right,
You plug
yeah.
in, come and have a look. If it's lit, it is reverse. You're going to need an adapter
Right.
just to operate off their electric.
So
Yeah.
nothing will work at all if it's on
But
reverse.
it may work, but it's not the best for it. It needs to be the right way round.
I think we'll have to do it. We won't be taking it abroad for a good while yet. Will
No.
we?
That's it is obviously see, but the only other time that you'll see that light, if you were operating off a generator, that light will indicate. Okay.
Right.
Oh, so because that. It's
The generator
is
slightly-
DC.
I'm possibly. I'm not sure. I'm not a technical bloke, so I don't know. But
Oh,
yeah, you may be correct. You may be correct. All I know is that will light up if you have a generator running. Right.
and right.
Or
okay.
it's reversed, as in you're unlikely to see it in this country unless there's some problem with either your cable or bollard. Anyway, but you shouldn't see that indicate on that. Obviously, just underneath that, obviously in that window is your trips. So
Right.
in info note there.
Oh yeah.
That's
yeah.
like your domestic at home. You've got
Yeah.
a test one, which is a yellow button. You can test that if you wanted
Right.
to. The other ones are trips, obviously covering all the other electrical ones
Yeah.
inside your van.
Yeah.
Then the other window on the left-hand side is your 12-volt fuses. So as I said, you've got 12-volt systems
right,
in your van.
yeah.
So they're similar to your car
Car, yeah.
blade type.
Yeah.
Obviously, if any of them fuses going, obviously there's a problem if there's no fuses going.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
start
right, yeah.
putting higher fuses in, rated fuses
No,
in,
no.
obviously.
Yeah.
It does give you on the info note there to say what they're connected
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next thing we've got, just above it on the top left, is system shutdown button, little black button next to that screen. So when you're in storage, you can switch that off. Then what that will do
What,
is
that
shut.
one?
Yeah. So that will shut down all the 12-volt systems. Okay. So what that do is protect your battery from fully discharging.
Yeah.
Obviously, it will discharge over a certain period of
period of
cold.
time, yeah.
I'm
Anyway,
just trying
yeah.
to think if this one's got a solar panel. I think it does. I'll just check. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Right. So this has got a solar panel. If you switch that off, the solar panel, as long as obviously you've got daylight, will still charge your battery. So you've got
Right.
that extra as well. So the solar panel will put amount of charge into your battery to stop it going totally flat. Obviously, it's going to give you less in the winter, 'cause obviously
Yeah,
there's less
yeah.
daylight.
Yeah.
But sunshine like this is really good. It's not there to start powering things.
No, it's
Just there as a
Just
trickle
top up.
charge.
Trickle
Yeah.
charge,
And
So
you don't have to turn it on. It's just on
that's
all the time.
automatically.
Right.
Automatically comes on. Okay.
Yeah.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
Good. Right. So next thing you'll be looking at, you've got your fridge. So obviously you may want to cool things down. You've got the options of electrical gas on this one, or 12 volts from the car, as long as you've got that obviously electric connected on the back of your car.
I think we forget the car, to be honest, because, like you
Yeah.
say, if you're under,
Yeah.
I'd rather have a warm drink than a okay. You know.
No problem. Yeah. So on-off switch. Oh, is that one there? Okay.
Yeah.
So you just press and hold that switches your fridge on and off.
Right.
I've selected gas at the moment.
Yeah.
I want to select electric. Most people tend to run on electric.
Yeah.
You can run on gas. Gas is more efficient. They were designed as a gas appliance, as most things were in caravans, but it will run efficiently enough on electric, unless it's really, really hot. You know, if you're in the south of France, then the electric may struggle, and
Oh,
you
right.
probably haven't got the ampage to cover that. But in this country, it's efficient enough. Okay, so you just select electric. As I say, most people will do that. To light the gas, you just select gas. Okay, it will let you know if it fails to light. Okay, so what I'm going to do is show you the failure. So that is a 12 volt failure. which will be coming from the car. Okay, it's not the leisure battery, so that will not power this fridge. So that's showing failure now. So if that failure, if you see that failure on gas, that means it's just failed to light.
Right.
Okay, the reason for that is, one, you may not have turned your gas on, or you haven't got any gas, or there may just be air in the system. So to get through that, obviously, make sure that check all them things first.
Yeah.
You can just light your cooker up, just make sure you have got gas. And all you do is just press that, and it re-attempts to light it.
Right.
It may take 2 or 3 attempts if you haven't operated it on gas for a while, or you may have changed the gas cylinder, it's got allowed a bit of airing.
Yeah.
Okay, so but it should light after at least 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Okay, but as I say, most people run it on electric when they're on site anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, the 12 volts is from the car, so that will only operate if obviously you've got that connection anyway. But when the engine's running, it will automatically supply power to that as long as you switch the fridge on, switch it to battery, and it will supply power to that. The only
Right.
thing it won't do is cool the fridge down. It will maintain the temperature.
The old one's behind the car, mate. Right?
Okay, all done.
So don't drive back or something. Go
No,
over the
alright.
table. Or just after that, that's all done now.
Right, cheers, Tom. Right, that's done. Okay, so if you did want to operate with it on the car as you're travelling to keep the fridge cool, you need to cool it down before you travel. So if you've got it at home, you can put it obviously plugged in, cool it down overnight before you go. Then you can put the stuff in, and then just before you go, obviously apart from pulling the cable out, select battery. You don't need to switch the control panel up there. All you do is switch this on, switch it to battery, and then that will, when the engine's running, it will provide power. So it's acting a bit like a cooler box then.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
as you're travelling,
yeah.
it keeps keeping it cool as long as you keep the door
steady
shut.
temperature. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you get there, you just plug power in, switch it across to electric, and then away you go. Okay.
Yep.
Right. What you've also got this side is your temperature range. All 5 lit. That's the coldest setting.
Right.
Okay. Press this button here. So depending on where 2 or 3 is around about average, depending on obviously temperature outside and things like that.
Yeah.
Obviously it's coming out cold, then obviously you reduce it, or it seems a bit warm, you just increase it.
Increase it. Yeah.
Okay. To operate, open the door even, just press down on the button. That opens it up. This little catch here, that is there to hold the door open when you're in storage. So
Right.
you want air circulating around.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it obviously can get
Stale,
mouldy and things like that.
stink.
Yeah, the worst thing is tends to round here can get mouldy.
Yeah.
The benefit of this one is, if you've got all the little catches there, there's little catches, you just ping them down, just pull them into centre, and this will slide out. So the shelf and the door will actually come out. If you want to tour the fridge, it will operate as a tour the fridge. Or in storage, you can just pull that out, put it in the sink, and that allows that to breathe as well.
Yeah.
Because that is the one place where you do tend to find mould.
Right, so that I can see that
Yeah.
shelf and the door will just
Yeah,
slide
so the
out.
shelf that and it'll slide out if you wanted to tour the fridge instead of a
Put bottles
ice
in
box. Yeah.
Hello. Sorry to interrupt. I wouldn't use that.
Oh no, yeah, that's a big.
Yeah, I'd buy a new one.
Right. Okay.
It's
Yeah.
contaminated with grease, you see.
Yeah,
If I put
yeah.
that back on, it'll contaminate
Yeah.
it all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Sorry,
Okay.
leave it to
So
you.
what's happening about this then?
Yeah, so that's a tow. I'll explain more about the tow ball after. All right. So they fitted you a new tow ball and cleaned
They've
it up.
done it already?
Yeah, they've done that. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's only the ball. It's
So-
not. It's not the whole.
Yeah, it's
the
only
whole frame.
bolt-on,
Yeah, it's
isn't
just.
it?
It's only 2 bolts. But that's all done.
look,
Okay.
was that the cover then, the thing that was on it?
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
right.
yeah. Cool one. Okay. Happy with the fridge? Yeah. That's locked. Okay. Next thing you come along to cooker. You've got an igniter there, look. So that's a 12-volt igniter. So if you haven't got a 12-volt switch on it, you can need matches. So you just press and hold. It says. Show you. It did light before. There we go. Was that one not lighting? Yeah.
Cooker, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Just trying to see why that one's not lighting. It did before as well.
Quite often one of those.
Yeah, sometimes it can be, there's a switch in this
Oh right.
that may. So that igniter. I can see the igniter's working. I'll get an in. Oh, there we
Oh.
go. There. I think that's a fridge. Oh, I see. There we go.
Oh, the
It's beeping instead of got the door open. I might just get the engineer just to have a look at that because it's not.
it's not right really.
No,
is it?
that should light straight away. Okay, the other thing it's got, I'll just show you that. Yeah, a bit of gas now. What it's also got on here, so it's got a cut-off valve.
Right, so-
Obviously, it can still be quite hot, and you don't
Yeah.
want to be putting that down. Obviously,
No, but it will cut it off.
yeah. So
It
if
does
if this is not fully back,
It won't like.
it may not like. That's why I was operating that to see if just to try and check that. Obviously, you've got an electric one as well. Again, that will hold heat quite a bit longer than what this will. So just make sure that is cool before you put the glass down as well. Okay, grill does the same. So you will ignite off the off there as well.
Oh, a gas grill.
Yeah, gas grill.
Brilliant.
Gas grill, gas oven. Handle for your grill pans in there, an oven as well,
And a gas oven.
and a gas oven as
I've
well.
had a gas oven for 30 odd years.
Okay.
I know, I want one though.
Hey, you want one? Oh, we've got one there. We've got one in the caravan anyway. Okay. Also, microwave. Big button opens it. Do not travel with glass plate in, because if that does drop out and on there, it's going to be trouble. So always, when you're travelling, my wife tends to put it in a bowl with a tea towel wrapped around it, stop it rattling about. It's quite safe there for the time being. Right, to operate it, you see that turning that does nothing on its own. Press the microwave button once. That's your power then, so you can turn that 100%, 50%, or whatever you want to put it at. Then press the microwave button again, and then you can turn that for seconds. Okay, and then just press
Microwave
start.
at home.
Yeah, press start where it goes, or quick start on the start button goes up in minute increments. If you
Right,
want 2
yeah.
minutes, press it twice.
Oh, that's normally what we use actually. It's only when we do scrambled egg that we
Yeah,
turn
warm the beans up. Anything like that. Okay. Right. Coming this way now. Inside your wardrobe, which is obviously that's the place you always look for expansion tank for your heating system. So that, as I said, that's your expansion tank for the Aldi system. Okay. I don't know if you can see there's a minimum mark and a maximum mark. I think it's more or less on the maximum mark now. Just make sure it's on the minimum mark before you start, or a finger width, sorry, above the minimum mark before you start. If you do need to top it up, all you need to do is just take that plastic cowling off the top, it just pulls away. The pump is sitting in the top, so you just unscrew that, just make sure the system's not working as you top it up.
What's that for?
It's for the heating system, so that's your expansion tank for that. As it warms up, obviously the level will rise anyway. If you do need to top it up, obviously an antifreeze mix is obviously important to put in there. Just make sure you put the correct stuff in. You can buy it ready mixed if you really wanted to. You could top it up with water. If you're on site and it's cold and you really want the heating now, you can top it up with water, but obviously you've got to realise you are diluting it. So you need to get antifreeze in it at some point.
Yeah.
But just make sure you put the correct stuff in. Okay, what you've also got hiding in there, just around the corner, is your directional aerial.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, so you've got the amplifier which is against that wall. Okay, so that's your directional aerial which is just around the corner. To operate it, you just unscrew the big nut on there, and you can slide it up and turn it.
Right.
Okay, so have a look, see where everybody else is pointing their aerial first. Loosen it off, and you can slide it up, you can turn it around, lock it back off again. Well, obviously once you've got the right angle. You can change the angle at the top of it also by winding the little handle at the bottom, and that will change. There's a little window there. If you see the little window that says H, it's green at the moment,
Oh yeah.
that's saying it's horizontal.
Right.
If you spin it round and it goes to that position, it'll be red and V for vertical.
Vertical. Yeah.
Okay. So obviously the amplifier, which is on the back wall there, you see just above the V, there's a little grey switch. That switches that on. Obviously you need to switch it on to get a better signal. Otherwise you might not pick anything up. It all depends on where you are though. If you're in a bad area for signal, you might struggle to get any signal at all. But most sites are pretty good. But if you're in a really bad area, then you're unlikely to get any. Okay.
Yep.
Right, and obviously table storage there.
Yeah.
So just make sure you do clip that up. There's a little securing clip at the top there. Just make sure that is clipped in before you travel.
So is that sort of, will that fit there if you want a table?
Yeah, it's a freestanding table. So yeah, that's where it's supposed to set. Or you could put it in the awning if you want to do. It's freestanding, so you could put it in an awning if you decided you want to do that. Because at the front there, you've actually got a pull-out table as well.
Oh yes, we've seen that.
Yeah.
haven't we?
Yeah.
So if there's just the two of you, just pull that out, and it's big enough to have a meal on. So if you don't want to bother of dragging that out, put it in the middle and then put it back
I
again.
don't think we'll be bothering, I think, with that much.
Yeah.
I think, well, I don't know, we're probably outside most of the time anyway.
Well, that's it. That you can put that outside if you want to, in an awning, obviously. What I was looking for before was that is your regulator for your solar panel. Okay, so as I said, it's totally automatic. You don't need to switch anything on or off. It will provide power as long as you've got daylight. It will provide power. Two little lights. One green light flashing, that's to say it's operating. Red light, that's to say what voltage it's giving, so it's around about 14.5 volts it's giving. It can turn green, which is giving it slightly less. Obviously the battery's in better condition then. Them lights will be occasions when them two little lights go off. One, it's dark, or you've got electric connected and your charger's fully charged it, so it doesn't really need to be doing anything, so it switches itself off. Also, if you haven't got an electric connected and your battery's quite low, so you're operating off your battery, it will actually switch them two lights off, save that much energy, so it'll put all the power to the battery.
Yeah.
Okay,
So where actually is the battery? Is that down there?
yeah, that's that one where you plug your electric in.
Yeah.
That's the actual battery there. It looks like a car battery, it isn't. It's a slightly different battery, which is called a leisure battery, but similar size type thing as well. Okay, as you can get it put up.
I was just thinking that.
No. So looking over here, so you've got a radiator, that's all obviously part of the hot heating system as well, and you've got your vents obviously there and there.
Yeah.
You've got a bleed there as well.
Right.
Okay, so it's similar to your domestic. Obviously it's cold at the top wall at the bottom, and there's air in there. Just be careful, obviously there's antifreeze in that system.
Right.
You go and start bleeding it all down the wall and whatever, obviously it's on the carpet, it's not going to be happy. Okay, so just have a cloth or something there, just to obviously collect that. Right, so toilet. So you remember I was talking about the flap before?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's in the open position. So
Right.
to use it, open it, obviously use it, flush it. Normally you hear that noise, that means the flush tank reservoir is empty. You have to go fill it up. Okay, then once you've used it, flushed it, you can close it back up again.
Right.
Okay, that there, if you remember I said about the little float inside the waste container,
Yeah. Yeah.
that is the indicator light there. So
Right.
if that lights up, that means your waste tank is full.
Full.
Normally you can see that by looking through the hole. Usually there's not a lot that you can see. Obviously you wouldn't see
And
that.
you were saying that if that tank won't pull out,
Yeah, that's that.
that's that.
It will be that. So
In the
if it's in that
open
position
position,
or it's like that,
Yeah.
it
It
doesn't
will.
work. Yeah, so just make sure it's fully
Where's that
closed.
handle down there?
It's just underneath here. You just slide it back and forth. It's a little grey, you can see it there, little grey handle. Just slide it across, that's it.
Just like that.
Yeah,
Just like
so obviously make sure it's shut. So it obviously keeps the smell out as well.
This is where you put your pink stuff.
The pink stuff goes on the outside, yeah.
Oh right.
Yeah, you don't put it in here.
No.
No, it's on that, there's a little door flap, about that big. You just use a key to open it and you just top it up through there.
And then the blue and the green stuff goes in there.
Yeah, and that goes in the waste tank underneath. Blue or green, it depends which one you've got. Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously shower's a shower, you just got to mix a tap on that. Obviously same type of tap as that. Your light switch for your bathroom is there. So just on the side of the basin unit. Is that one there? Okay.
Yep.
I think that's mostly obviously other light switches. On the spotlights themselves, you've got little tiny rocker switches. You can see that there, obviously apart from being blinded by the light anyway. Right on the base of it, that's it. So each one's have got their own light switch. The light switch above there is on this side here. So just underneath that unit there, look. To the left of the TV aerial point. So you've got one, no, to the left there, two light switches, that's it.
Oh, yeah.
That one and the floor light.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, so they're the light switches for your bedroom.
So it's an aerial point. There's two
Yes, we've got an aerial
points.
point here. Obviously, for putting your TV there.
Yeah.
I think there's one. Is it one just round the corner here? Yeah.
Yeah.
So so what you've also got, I think I might have missed it when we were on the outside. This one here, you see that one, slightly different connection. You can connect the inside your battery box just beyond the cable. There's an aerial point where you can actually connect an external aerial either to an area you may have, or the bollard on site. Sometimes they have a connection, so if you have a cable, you can connect direct to their actual aerial.
Oh, so you're not using your own?
Yeah, that's it. So if you're in an area where that won't pick a signal up, some sites actually have their own booster aerial, and you can plug into their bollard. You take that direct from that one, so you can get adapters. I'm not sure if it's got in the pack or not, but you get an adapter, and you can plug an ordinary aerial into that. Okay, these sockets there, same as like a cigarette lighter type thing on a car.
Yeah.
So you can operate a 12 volt system or 12 volt TV even. Off that, if you say you're on the site with no electric, you can still run a TV, but you've obviously, as you've got lots of little 12 volt systems running, you start plugging TVs, lights and everything else in,
It's soon gonna drain
you
your
can
battery.
still soon drain your battery.
Yeah.
Even though you have got a solar panel which might top it up every now and again, but depending on light. Okay. Just trying to think of anything else now. Light switches again. Splashback, that one. We've also got one down lighter there. Same with obviously the spotlights there. You've also got above them lockers and that one above that front window there. The light switch is on here, look. So that one above the lockers and that one for that one there. Okay, you've also got a light switch, or light even, by your foot.